What's going on, guys? NTDP back here. Haven't made a post or said anything in a long time, so for that I do apologize. And that's by no way, shape, or form to toot my own horn or anything like that. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that know their stuff and make solid posts in there. Whalers fan being one of them. But you know, with just aspects of life, whether it be friends, seeing my girlfriend and whatnot, and also work really has ramped up for me over the past couple of months. So I've been really busy with that, and haven't had time to do a whole lot of anything else really, especially when it comes to just relaxing, enjoying games. I haven't watched much NHL hockey. I've seen some Flint Firebirds games and whatnot. I actually took a trip up there in mid-October to go see them play the Mississauga Steelheads. It was a really good game. But I haven't gotten to see the NTDP live yet. I usually try and catch them when they come out my way to Youngstown, or I'll go up there. It's only like a 2 hour and 15-minute drive. But yeah, I watched the first week of the season pretty much, and then things started to really ramp up with work and whatnot. Things happen, and I didn't get to watch much of anything really until the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge. And, I made it a point to watch all of Team USA's games during that, but it was more on like a delayed basis. I have a subscription to Hockey TV, which is how I primarily watch them, week to week, which is great. The games are in HD. It's like you're watching it on TV. And I would watch them like maybe a day or so after they happened, because I just couldn't always watch them either live or that same night. There's some nights where I'm at work till 9 o'clock, for example. So that's old news, but to kind of just throw my own 2 cents on that, obviously Jack Hughes played phenomenal. And by the way, leading up to the World Under-17s every year, at that point in the schedule, usually Team USA has played like maybe 7 games or so, the U17s, and usually they have a losing record against USHL competition. Not just because the players there are bigger and they're stronger, but they're also incredibly skilled now in that league. It's as good as the league's ever been, and it's getting better, I think, on a yearly basis. And for the U17s to have the record that they did against USHL teams coming into the Under-17 Hockey Challenge, I think they were like 7-1 maybe. I can't remember totally. I didn't watch any of them. I'm just saying this based on the last broadcast that I saw. Pete Krupski, the voice of the NTDP that does the games, I think he mentioned that, and it triggered in my brain too, like, yeah, usually on any given year, they're like 2-5 or 1-6 against those teams. But it shows you just how good this group is from the 2001 birth year. So anyway, they played terrific there up in British Columbia. They played with a lot of pace, a lot of speed. Jack Hughes had a coming out party to an extent. Craig Button did his 19 for 19 on TSN's website. 19 players to watch for the 2019 draft. He was at the top, along with some of his teammates from the U17 program as well. Alex Vlasic was one of them, which kind of surprised me to an extent. I mean, I know he played pretty good at the Under-17 Hockey Challenge. Pretty big mobile defenseman. I thought that he had some good games. But when I saw him play for the Chicago Mission last year at the Youth Nationals, it didn't really cross my mind that he'd be on this team at this time. I thought he was okay, but I thought he was kind of big, not necessarily as quick out there. However, his teammate, Alex Turcotte, who is now his teammate with the NTDP, really impressed me then, and he's continued to. There was a highlight in the game, I think it was the championship game against Team Canada Red, where he put the puck between a defenseman's legs, got around him, retrieved the puck, and I think did like a one-handed pass into the slot where I forgot who finished it off, but Cole Caulfield played really well. He's almost like this year's Sean Doogie. He's I think he literally is 5'6", just like Sean Doogie was. I think he's that small, but obviously he's got a lot of speed, a lot of skill. He's scored a couple of highlight reel goals throughout that tournament as well, and I thought that Case McCarthy played very well. Very, very good the way he moves on the point. His lateral movement across the blue line is phenomenal, and he has really good vision as far as dishing it off to the left, to the right. Marshall Warren played very good as well. Drew Hellison, I thought, played a good game. Or, sorry, a good tournament. And both goaltenders played well. I like Spencer Knight. I know Cameron Rowe's good too, but I like Spencer Knight a lot. I liked him ever since I started to watch some of his games with Avon Old Farms last year playing Massachusetts prep school. But yeah, it was good to see them get the victory there and come out on top. They, played terrific throughout that tournament. There was lots of times where it was 5-on-5 and it looked like they were almost on a power play, for example. And it was good to see. It was good to see them back in action again, at least for myself, taking a bit of a hiatus from it. Didn't even really open up HF for a long time. And I went in there the other day, and I just saw the last couple of comments and whatnot. Somebody asked about JD Greenway and his lack of playing for Wisconsin this year, and I don't really know. I don't really have an update on that. I've watched like 2 college hockey games this year, which is something that I usually don't do as well. I usually try and watch a number of college games to get a look at some of the kids that are going to be representing Team USA come World Junior time, but also just the fun of watching college hockey in general. And sorry, I have a really dry throat right now. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Greenway. I don't know why he hasn't really played all year. I think it was something for personal reasons or something like that. I don't really know. But I did see a game that the U17s played against the Chicago Steel. It was last Friday, I want to say. I didn't get around to watching it till like on Wednesday. And the U17s lost, 5-2? I think Chicago got an empty net. And one of the players that I think played very well for the Chicago Steel is Graham Lillibridge. Now, he's a kid that played for the Chicago Mission during his midget AAA years, I think 2 years ago. Good defenseman. He's quick, has a very good gap control, and can shut down other teams' best players one-on-one. So that's a sign of a good defenseman too, is when you can be on an island by yourself and you have Jack Hughes coming down the wing, for example, and you can pick the puck off of his stick and turn and make a nice play going forward. He did that a couple of times, and I haven't seen him play since last year, obviously, but he was named to the roster for Team USA at the World Junior A Challenge, which is also played in December. I think this year it's going to be in Nova Scotia. There was another play that he made where he stripped somebody off the puck behind the net, and his strides are so fast, like 2 or 3 strides, he caught back up to the puck around the net and turned and made a terrific sauce pass through the center of the ice to somebody streaking, and they went in one-on-one and scored. I don't remember who scored the goal, but I actually rewinded the play twice because it was such a good play by Lillibridge on defense for the Chicago Steel. That's a pretty good hockey team. I thought they played really well against the U17s. They deserved that victory. They kind of took it to them throughout parts of that game. Their power play is very good too. I think they have the best power play in the USHL. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to start to post a lot more here. I'm not going to make videos too often. I don't want to get long-winded on here or anything like that, but if you guys like videos, and want me to throw my 2 cents maybe twice a week or something like that, or not twice a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, let me know, and I'll make more of these, give my thoughts. Obviously, the World Juniors are upcoming. That's always fun to talk about, as well as the World Junior A Challenge, too. There's a lot of hidden talent that comes out of some of these other countries at the Junior A challenge every year. Now, the United States sends a team of USHL kids, but it's always good to watch some of these other countries too, like the Czech Republic, for example, because there's some hidden gems that come out of those teams or those countries as well. Um, U17s are on the road right now. They're in the Midwest. They're playing, I think, Omaha tonight, and the U18s are playing Lake Superior up in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Um, Next week is a real fun week. I think it's next week where the U18s host the University of Michigan. I wanted to get up there and watch that game in person. There's another obligation that I have that day, but that's something that I for sure wanted to really get up there and watch. That'd be awesome. I've never seen them take on a college team in person before. However, next Friday the U17s are in Youngstown to play the Phantoms, and I usually try and catch these guys when they come out my way. Certainly to Youngstown, it's only like an hour and a half from me, so I think I'm going to try and catch them next Friday when they come in. Be good to see Jack Hughes in person for the first time. Well, I've already seen Marshall Warren and Case McCarthy last year, but yeah, so it'd be good to see these guys in person. And again, I'm going to keep on watching these guys and, throw a comment in there, certainly within 24 hours of the game happening. I just haven't had a chance to really watch a whole lot of it. It's kind of fallen by the wayside. As long as, or as well as a lot of other things with hockey. I still play once a week, beer league and whatnot, but as far as having time to just watch games and kind of break them down and whatnot, it just hasn't really been there. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to obviously watch the remainder of the season here and go from there. Hope everybody had a really good Thanksgiving. Everybody's safe and sound. And, look forward to talking some hockey on here with you.